Attention, Filmwar contestants. You have assembled for a special Halloween episode, but tonight's game has shifted. Your host has become a hostage. His life and the fate of this show is now in your hands. If the collective sum of all of your point totals do not exceed 75 points, by the end of the game, the device around his neck will blow your host to podcast hell. This show is an abomination, sacrilegious to movies, trivia, comedy, and mankind. Either you prove your worth or the show ends tonight with a bang.
Oh my.
Oh, this is terrible.
What the fuck?
Oh dear.
Am I on? Yikes, guys. I always say thanks for being here, but tonight, I mean it. I guess my life is on the line? I've got something around my neck? It might kill me? For my own anxiety, I would like to keep it as vague as that. My heart just can't take it. Welcome to Filmwar. Let's cut the shit. Or else? This is a movie, trivia, game show, podcast, hostage situation, whatever. So every second not spent saving my life is a second wasted. But look, I don't care enough about my current predicament to throw away the Goonies rule. If you say the word Goonies out loud at any point, I will take away every point you have ever had on this show. I will go to hell on that hill. Tonight we have Jordan. Tonight we have Kyle.
Goober.
Tonight we have Dalton. Tonight we have Jeff from Deep Cuts the Game. Tonight we have Nick from the Nickflix podcast. Tonight we have Brantley, researcher for the podcast with Gorley and Rust. Thank you for all stepping up here. I know the ultimate prize tonight is coming to my rescue and saving both me and the show. I feel like I need to stack the deck a little bit and give you all more motivation. So whoever gets the most points is also taking home The Burbs on VHS.
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
I always knew Tom Hanks would be here in the end to save me.
It was a great movie.
I believe in you guys. I've been training you for this. So let's get to 75 points. Let's save my life tonight. Let's save the show.
Okay.
Now, I didn't make tonight's game, so I'm really flying blind here. I see this says kill count. I assume you guys are going to take a guess as to whether a certain movie villain has killed more than the people set on the screen. So let's just get into this. Michael Myers, 130 kills. Do you think it was more or less? Let's start with Brantley.
I assume this is every single film he has appeared in, including remakes and reboots and everything.
Unfortunately, your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. He's not killing a ton every movie, so I'm going to say less than.
Brantley's saying less. Dalton, what do you say?
130 seems high. Even with Halloween Kills in the mix, and he kills a lot of people in that movie. That's got to be like his highest kill count, like in a movie. But 130 seems high, so I'm gonna say it's lower than that for the whole franchise.
Dalton is saying also lower. Jeff from Deep Cuts, what do you say?
Well, I know we need to get points on here to save you, and that's really my main focus. So I'm going to say higher just to try to make sure that we've at least got some points one way or the other. And I think the last couple movies, he went crazy with the kills. Yeah. Like, it's stupid. Like, he's probably putting up 20. Like, there's that scene where he's fighting the people, and they're in the, like, and it's just like he kills like 20 people in that scene alone. So I'm going to say it's over 130.
Already a split vote, which is not good for me. Jordan, what do you say?
I'm gonna go with under. I've only seen a couple of these, but I know Dalton has seen probably all of them, and so I'm gonna trust his expertise on Halloween. And go with under. Yeah.
Jordan also going lower. Kyle, what do you think?
Well, I think his kills are usually kind of more done in private, which is very polite of him. I'm going to go with less.
He is also known as the polite killer. Kyle also
Pinky's
saying less.
up when he kills. Very polite.
Nick, what do you think?
So I'm going with Jeff, actually, because just in like the new trilogy alone, he murders an awful lot of people. And then there's been 12 movies that actually have him in it. So if it is just as a franchise as a whole, I think it's probably like a smidge over 130. And again, a lot of it came in the last 3 movies.
All right, Nick agreeing with Jeff and saying it's more than 130 kills. The rest of the contestants are saying it's under. Let's see what it was. Oh my God, more. Oh, Come on,
Jesus.
guys. Try a little harder. My life is
Okay.
on the line.
To be fair, I do have an author coming up on Wednesday who just wrote a book all about the Halloween franchise. So I've been watching a lot of stuff on Halloween, and I'm like, again, a lot of this probably happened in the Rob Zombie and then these last 3.
Yeah.
Quick plug for him before we save Shay's life. So the book's called The Horrors of Haddonfield, and it's his name's Andrew Gravas. He's I'm going to meet him on Wednesday, like through this, and it's all about the history of the franchise, and he's interviewed people from actors, production people, so like it is a gambit of just Halloween stuff. So pretty cool.
Gotcha.
I hope I'm
And my
around to
plug.
hear it.
Yeah,
He verified Shay's stats.
yeah,
Well, all I was remembering is the first movie, he only kills like 5 people.
yeah.
But
In
yeah,
the
I
Rob
think,
Zombie ones, though, he kills like
Yeah.
25 in the first
That's
one, which is
slash
Yeah,
and passion.
those
Yeah.
later movies make it tough.
Yeah.
I mean, the David Gordon Green ones too. He's killing a lot of people. There's that one scene where he's just like he kills an entire neighborhood of people.
and like 10 firefighters in the opening of that
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who our next monster is, and it is Chucky.
Oh,
The number is 80 kills. Do you think it's higher or lower than 80 kills, Nick?
oh God! Again, if we're doing the whole franchise, so he has that TV show that's now in like its 4th or 5th season.
I hope my captors weren't including TV shows in this. That's a general rule of the show. So I would hope.
It is Filmwar. Yeah, not TV.
Yeah, that's true. God, I'm gonna go. Oh crap! Because he's got a couple like straight to DVD movies of the last like decade plus. So I'm gonna say under by like 1 or 2. His
Nick
kill
said-
counts are never high.
Nick setting the tempo, saying under. Kyle, what do you think?
Well, I'm going to go with under because the last time you used the opposite logic. So I'm going to use the under here.
Okay, Kyle also saying lower. Jordan, what do you think?
I'm gonna also go under on this, although I've only seen the first movie, so I am completely ignorant, to be honest. He doesn't kill that many people in the first movie, I don't think. He doesn't. I mean, if the first movie is a template that the rest of them follow, I think 80 seems high.
Okay, half a consensus. Jeff, what do you think?
I'm going under as well. He's a doll, for Christ's sakes. Like, how many people could he really kill? That's ridiculous.
He's pretty quick though. He's speedy. Like I think that the stature helps if we're talking about.
And I wondered if we're just talking about how many
time to
kills
kill
he
ratio.
has, and we're not including his beloved, the female villain that is in some of the films. I'm sure she
Or
takes
his
credit for
child.
This is
And
just
the
just
seed
him,
as well.
not- I assume.
So I'm-
And again,
I'm going
if we were
under for
counting the TV show, it'd be definitely over 80. But
Okay, Dalton, what do you think?
So I initially was kind of thinking under, but so like he doesn't kill that many people in the first movie, and his kills grow like the further the franchise gets. But I'm thinking about the third movie is like set in he's like at a military base.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a military base, but
It's
it's
an
like
academy. Yeah,
an
military
academy. And I feel like
The
there's a
best
part
one.
where he like replaces the ammunition with live ammunition.
but
during
that's
the
not him
exercise.
killing.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say,
technically
does that
someone
count
else
as
I don't
shooting.
think that's
I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
so now
Damn
I'm
you, captors! Why
torn.
couldn't you have been more clear?
These captors are so by the book. They're like, he didn't actually stick
I
the
mean,
knife a little
yeah.
bit in them.
I'm gonna say even with that, 80 seems a little high for him, so I'm gonna go lower.
All right, Dalton agreeing with the rest of the panel and saying under. Brantley last. What do you say?
I mean, he's got 7 movies, so we'd have to average over 11 kills per movie. We know in like Bride of Chucky and later, and then in Seed of Chucky and later, Tiffany and then Glenn/Glenda is responsible for some of the kills anyway. And even in Child's Play 3, like when the captain at the place dies, it's a heart attack, I think. It's not actually Chucky doing anything. And I don't know if that ammunition counts. So, yeah, it's hard for me to think he kills 80.
God, if
I
it's
gotta think it's
81,
lower.
It's gonna.
Yeah, I know. If it's something like that, it'd suck. But
We
I
have
gotta
a-
go lower too.
We have a full consensus. Everybody's going under. I sure as shit hope it is under, and it is 67. It is under. Thank you.
Now, I would be curious what that number would be if they counted the TV show, because I saw like a season and a half, and he definitely kills a lot of people in the TV show.
Well, we have a sister show called TV War, and maybe they'll discuss that at some point. I think we've got one last in kill count, and that's going to be Ghostface. Now, there's a lot of ghost faces, you know.
Well, the good news is,
if
in
I
the
had
3
to
movies,
guess-
that is the killer, Ghostface. So there's no.
if I had to guess,
like,
this is
Jason's
true
mom.
series kills, more or less.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, just a hunch. Do we think the true number is above or below 37 kills? Let's start with Nick.
Oh, great. All right, so there's 6 Scream movies. Yeah, I'll
over
say
6.
over. Was there 6? There's 6.
Yeah, there's
right?
6 movies, so it'd be just over 6 kills a movie.
Yeah, and there's there's none that are less than 6 in a movie. So yeah,
I know,
maybe the first one.
I just watched number 1, like literally just finished watching it, and it's Drew Barrymore, her boyfriend Steve, Rose McGowan in the garage door, Henry Winkler on the flagpole, and then
the guy, the cameraman.
The cameraman.
That's at least 5.
W. Earl Brown. That's it. That's 5.
Yeah. But then
everybody
more
else
deaths. But then
But
he
you know
kills
the
more
rule
in
of
the
sequels,
sequel.
they always go up.
Yeah.
They do, but think about it. Those last couple movies, nobody fucking important dies.
That's
They're
you know
4
what?
all live.
Jeff's
the only
right.
people getting killed are like bullshit people.
But keep in mind, both Ghostface or all the Ghostfaces get killed at the end of every movie too.
But
but they don't count.
Oh,
They're
that's
not
right. They
dying
don't
from
count. That's
Ghostface.
right. Right.
So I'm just saying.
Shit, you know what? I'm going to go under. I think
One.
Jeff's right.
It's going to be very close.
Yeah, I'll go under then. Yeah, I think Jeff's right. It's probably like 36. Like, it's probably not as much as we think.
Yeah,
I swear to God, Indy, if you
dastardly
lead me
captors.
astray.
Nick saying less. Kyle, what do you think?
You know, I can go either way. I'm not that familiar with the franchise, but I know he's a bad dude. Let's go under.
Man.
You're saying under?
Yeah, let's go with under.
Kyle agreeing with Nick saying under. Jordan, what do you think?
This is another one of these. I've only seen the first one. It's been the case with many of these. I'm gonna say, I've been agreeing with everybody else so far, so I'm just gonna go over just to be different.
Jordan saying over. Jeff, what do you think?
This is a smart play, Jordan.
I think this is going to be like very, very close. I'm going to go under, and just a lot of the times, like you think somebody's dead, and then they actually are.
Right, so they get
Ghostface.
killed twice. So it's like,
But
yeah,
you are
so
right.
don't
The core
count.
4 doesn't die. And
Yeah,
then
nobody
it's really
dies.
just-
So like, and I think most of the movies are kind of like 5, 6 a piece. So I'm going to say under. I think it's going to be very close. I think it's going to be like a 35 to 38 range kind of on this one. So I'm going to stay under.
Jeff saying under. Dalton, what do you think?
I'm not confident in any answer at this point.
Damn it!
I've only seen the first 3. I actually think the first 3 are a really great horror trilogy. As silly as the third one is, I still love it. But I haven't seen anything after that, so I don't really know. I'm going to go with under.
Dalton saying under. Brantley, last
Has
year.
everyone said under now at this point?
No. Jordan said
for
We have
over.
Jordan?
one over.
But I'm completely ignorant, so
No,
don't put any faith in what
I've seen
I did.
them all. I love the Scream franchise. 3 and 4, I feel like, have pretty high body counts. And sometimes a Ghostface kills another Ghostface. You know what I mean? So it's like, I assume that counts in.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. I'm assuming that counts in the total. I'm assuming the stab from the Stab movies Ghostfaces don't count. It's just the real Ghostface in
As
the
a movie
universe.
does. Movie within
Yeah,
it.
yeah. God, I might get screwed over on this, but I think it's more than 37. I think it's going to average a little bit more than 6 a movie, so I'm going to say over.
All right, Brantley and Jordan both saying over. The rest of the panel saying under. And let's see how it went. 45
God damn it,
kills.
Jeff.
It was over.
I swear went with my
I think things get
Thank
a
you
little
very
crazy
much,
in the
Jeff.
third one. Because he kills the entire Stab
Yeah, he kills like the whole like cast of a movie, basically.
But also, there's a lot of deaths in the fourth one too.
Yeah.
It's the sixth, the first, and second that don't have as many as you think, and then
Well, 6 has a decent. They have a shotgun in a bodega. I mean, like they're killing a bunch of like randoms, but just not like the main characters we've come to know. I feel like
that's true.
Yeah, and that's why the
I
most
shouldn't have
recent
listened to you,
ones
Jeff.
aren't very good because they don't kill anyone of any importance. Like
I
you
like
can
the
go to
Bjork one. That was for almost the reasons why Brantley was saying, like, there's unexpected deaths, and it's just cannon fodder, and I feel like sometimes that's what that
Though
series
we all
needs.
need to know Cuba Gooding Son's routine for crunches, because he gets stabbed like 80 times in the stomach and is not
that's the
die,
most
so
ridiculous
he's got to
one,
have the best abs in
Yeah.
the world.
Like, in the first one, who you lose, like Drew Barrymore, Henry Winkler, Rose McGowan. So you're losing people you like. And the second one, you lose Randy. And then after that, they're like, we can't kill anyone of any importance.
Yeah, we got to
right?
keep
Like,
all the
it's
main
just-
people.
Yeah.
All right, at the end of our first game, Brantley, Jeff, Jordan, and Nick all have 2 points. Dalton and Kyle both have 1 point for a cumulative total of 10 points. We're not even like 1/8 of the way there.
Hey, it's been nice knowing you, Shay.
yeah. Sorry,
done.
man.
Oh, hey, familiar ground. Meetings of Failures and Meetings. I know this one. I will name a film, and 3 titles of the film may have been released under an overseas markets. One of them is real. 2 of them are fake. Tell me the real one and get a point towards saving my life. Our first film, It Follows from 2014. Let's see what the captors came up with for titles. Evil Chain from Brazil. Creep from Mexico. And Look Behind You Now from Norway. One of these is real. 2 of them are fake. Which one is the real one, Brantley?
I like when it was like a 50-50 before. Now it's like 1 in 3. It makes it harder. Oh, Jesus Christ. I feel like 2 of them make sense. And so I want to lean towards one of them, but I don't want to like sway anybody. So I don't want to say anything else. So I will say the Norway one, Look Behind You Now, is the real one. Just, I don't know, taking a stab.
Brantley saying Look Behind You Now is the real title for It
Wrong
Falls in
franchise.
Norway. Dalton, what do you think?
From what I know, I haven't seen the movie, but from what I know about the plot, because I've read about it, Evil Chain would make sense, but it would also spoil the mystery of the movie in a way that would be... I don't want to spoil it for anybody else, but, you know, it
Hey,
does get away.
I may never see it. I'll be dead.
It's been 12 years. Like, I haven't seen it by now.
I'm going to go with Creep from Mexico. That one makes just as much sense as anything.
Dalton saying Creep is the correct title for It Falls in Mexico. Jeff, what do you think?
I want to go for the Norway Look Behind You Now, but I want to do it as though it is from the episode of Seinfeld, The Top of the Muffin, to you. So I think it's like, look behind you now.
Okay. Jeff is saying Look Behind You Now is the
Now.
correct title for It Falls in Norway. Jordan, what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Evil Chain.
Jordan saying Evil
Let's-
Chain
You know, one of us will get it right.
is the correct title for It Falls in Brazil. And Kyle, what do you think?
Well, I just don't think that Shay would come up with "Look Behind You Now."
I didn't come up with this.
That's
This is some
my-
captor.
Shit, yeah.
Shay's
Some
captors.
psycho.
I didn't think that they would. Those kind of yodels would come up with that kind of title. I don't know. Something's not adding up here. So that's what I'm going with. Look Behind You Now.
Kyle agreeing with Look Behind You Now. And Nick, what do you think?
I'm gonna say Look Behind You Now as well.
Okay. The true answer is Evil Chain.
shit.
Jordan
And
getting
it
the
just
point.
spoiled the movie for anyone who didn't see it.
Yeah.
It is. It's quite an evil chain in that movie. So
Yeah.
it is a Ghost Rider movie, is it not? Only Jordan got a point there. Thanks, guys.
I mean, that
Here's
was the
our
other
ne-
one I thought made sense. I was just, I don't know, going between the two. So sorry, Shay. I think you're
That's
dying
not
tonight.
what I would have called my
I'm
movie
doing my best
if
for
that
you,
were the
man.
plot.
I'm doing my best for you.
All right, our next Bees of Failure Meetings is Ooh, a new one. Weapons from 2025, just this year. I did get to see this.
Please don't
before.
spoil this if anyone's seen it.
Okay, let's not spoil it. Let's not hope any of these titles the captors have come up with are spoilers. Sleeping Missiles from Venezuela, Youth Angels from Denmark, and Hour of Extinction from Lithuania. One of these titles is the correct title it was released under in that country. The rest are made up by my captors. Jeff, which one do we think it is?
All right, I don't anybody follow me on this one. I'm going to say Sleeping Missiles.
Okay, Jeff is saying Sleeping Missiles is the correct title for Weapons in Venezuela. Jordan, what do you think?
I'm actually. I know he said not to follow him, but that's the one I was thinking. I didn't see this, but I did read a bit more about it than I probably should have. And I feel like that makes sense. Maybe.
Okay, Jordan agreeing with
all
Jeff.
make sense.
Saying Sleeping Missiles. Kyle, what do you think?
Would Denmarkians like the title like Youth Angels? Youth Angels? I don't know. I'm going to go with Youth Angels.
Kyle is saying Youth Angles. I mean, Youth Angels. Nick, what do you think?
I'll go with Hour of Extinction.
Nick saying Hour of Extinction. Brantley, what do you think?
That was the one that was kind of jumping out to me, and since we've got a nice spread here, I want to make sure we put some points on the board, so I'm going with Hour of Extinction too.
Brantley also saying Hour of Extinction, agreeing with Nick that is the correct title for Weapons in Lithuania. And Dalton, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Sleeping Missiles.
Dalton saying Sleeping Missiles is the correct title for Weapons. And the answer is Hour of Extinction. Nick and Brantley both get points. It is the correct title for Weapons in Lithuania.
I just know because the kids all disappear at the same time, so I just figured, I'm like, that's not spoiling it. It's right in the beginning of the trailer. So,
Yeah, good work. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ooh, I can breathe a little bit easier. All right. I think we've got one last meetings. Oh, we do. 1996 Scream, the movie we were all just talking about. Lots of Screams.
Yell,
That's interesting.
sound, and...
Here are three titles that the captors came up with. One of them is real. The Mask of Death from Ecuador, Death Ghost from Japan, and Our Friends Are Dying from Greece. One is real. The others are fake. Let's start with Jordan.
Oh, I mean, Our Friends Are Dying. You know, my rule in this game is always to pick the one that I like the most. And Our Friends Are Dying. I mean, come on.
How apropos. Yeah. Unless you don't consider me a friend.
Oh no, of course. You know, yeah. That's a great point. Our friends might literally be dying tonight.
All right, Kyle, what do you think?
I feel like we're not giving this the gravity it deserves.
The only gravity is hanging on my neck.
I'll go with Mask of Death.
Kyle's saying Mask of Death is the correct.
I'm just gonna go with that.
All right. He started the first one and said, yep, good enough. Mask of Death from Ecuador is what Kyle's saying the correct title is. Nick, what do you think?
I'm going to do Death Ghost.
Nick saying Death Ghost is the correct title for Scream in Japan. Brantley, what do you think?
I mean, I could see all three of these, but I'm kind of leaning towards Death Ghost as well with Nick.
Okay, Brantley agreeing with Death Ghost. And Dalton, what do you think?
Oh, I'm going to go with The Mask of Death.
Dalton agreeing with The Mask of Death from Ecuador. And Jeff?
I think it's either Mask of Death, but I'm going to go with Our Friends Are Dying because I don't think Japan would do Death Ghost because they're big on their like ghost horror films. And I don't think they would want to lead their audience astray with a movie that clearly is not about a ghost, right? So
Ghostface, though.
Yeah. It is a ghost face, but he's not a ghost. So, and theirs would be some weird, yeah. Anyway, Our Friends Are
Dying.
Dying.
Overthink it, Jeff. That's fine.
Yep. Hey, listen, I am trying to save someone's life tonight.
Thank you. Jeff saying Death Ghost.
No. Our Friends Are Dying. Our Friends Are Dying.
Okay. Jeff saying Our Friends Are Dying is the correct title for Scream in Greece. And let's see what it is. The Mask of Death is the correct title.
It feels like every slasher could be called The Mask of Death.
All you needed to read was the first one.
Dalton and Kyle both get a point. That Mask of Death was the correct title for Scream in Ecuador.
Excellent.
Let's talk about Cavalier. Okay, at the end of our second game, Nick, Jordan, and Brantley all have 3 points. Kyle, Jeff, Dalton all have 2 points for a grand total of 15 points.
Wow.
Okay. We'll get you out of there, Shay.
Yeah, how many rounds are there, Shay?
Is there 9 more rounds? You might be
Okay, multiverse theater, more familiar ground. I will name a director and 3 projects that director may have considered during their career. 2 of them are real, unrealized projects, but the third one is made up. This time we're looking for the fake one. Okay. Tell me the fake one, you will get 1 point closer to saving my soul. Our first director is... David Lynch. We lost David Lynch this year. Jesus. Yeah. Doesn't that feel like fucking 10 years ago already? Yeah. Shame. Yeah. Shame. Well, let's see what they cooked up. An adaptation of the novel Red Dragon by Thomas Harris, obviously the start of the Hannibal Lecter franchise. Scream 3, another Scream movie. Or American Beauty. That would have been interesting. I guess 2 of these are projects he really considered at one point in his career, but the other one is just thrown in there for goods. Which one is the fake one? Kyle?
I'm going to go with American Beauty. I just got a hunch.
Kyle saying American Beauty. Nick, what do you think?
I'm going to go with Kyle. I think it's American Beauty.
Nick agreeing with American Beauty. Brantley, what do you think?
God, good question. I'm kind of between American Beauty and Scream 3. And I'm going to go Scream 3. Just because I don't know if Craven would have let that go yet. He would have wanted to finish his trilogy, I think, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, I'm going Scream 3.
Brantley saying Scream 3. Dalton, what do you think?
I feel like that's the one, too. It was kind of conceived, those first 3 movies together, so I feel like they wouldn't have broken up what they were doing at that point, so Scream 3.
Dalton agreeing with Brantley saying Scream 3. Jeff, what do you think?
All right, so I'm looking for the one he was not attached to, right?
Yes, the one he never. The others he would have considered, but there's one that he never even thought
Red Dragon,
about. Never on his radar.
David Lynch loves his kind of body horror too, right? Isn't that kind of something he?
Yeah, to
a degree. More Cronenberg,
it's more Cronenberg, but I wouldn't discount it. He does
some of that
body horror elements. Yeah, absolutely.
Let's
Ear
you know
and Blue Velvet.
I think if we're gonna save Shay, we got to start teaming up a little bit here. So I'm gonna go with Scream 3 as well. And try to get as many points to get this kid home alive tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I like the team ups. All right, Jordan, what do you think?
Okay, this is really tricky to me. Scream 3 seems like the obvious answer. Mm-hmm. That's a hard one to imagine Lynch doing, especially, post sort of flirting with Return of the Jedi, and then
that would have been around the time of Mulholland Drive, wouldn't it have been?
Yeah, which he was doing as a TV show originally, right? And then he recut to make into a film.
But then he had that really terrible experience with Dune, and I kind of feel like he was turned off to franchises. It's hard to imagine him wanting to sign up to anybody's third movie at a point in his career when he's really doing his own thing. And Red Dragon and American Beauty, I can kind of see both of those being Lynchian to some degree. Now the thing is, I say all of that. And then I'm like, well, I assume whoever wrote these questions, they've clearly watched a lot of these episodes, right? Because you
might even be in a couple. You never know.
Yeah. But one of the things is that this shit is tricky, and Scream 3 seems like the obvious red herring to me. The obvious the one that you would have thrown in if you wrote the question. To be that doesn't seem Lynchian. That doesn't seem like a Lynch thing to throw us off when actually it was.
They also know that you are going to reach that conclusion.
And that's the problem, right? is that I have been I've been doing this long enough where there's like reverse psychology and shit too, right?
No,
And
but
it's like,
they don't have my
Jordan,
expert
he's gonna
riddling
die
skills.
from. They have a limit on his.
Shay, they
neck
ran the
phase.
transcript for every episode through ChatGPT, and they have already
might
algorithmically
be.
predicted all of our answers.
It was all a blur when I was taken, so I honestly don't know who took me. But fuck, it could have been AI at this point. You never know.
But
thank you for adding some more minutes of my life. Give me the long-winded description, but I do.
Yeah. That's my.
Let's just
I'm
chat
trying
for
to
a
pat
while,
it out for
guys.
you. I'm trying to pat it out for you, buddy. Because we're clearly going down tonight. Which is gonna, I guess, be worse for you.
Well, I'm going down. You guys are just gonna go home for
lose
the
the
night.
game, but
yeah, you'll live another day.
Yeah. Well, and now I've said all of that. I'm gonna say Red Dragon.
Jordan is saying Red Dragon.
Hey, at least he gets a point if it is Red Dragon.
All right, let's just get to it. What is it? It's Scream 3.
Can I ask too? What is like considers mean? Like, does that mean he was offered and thought about it? Because I'm sure directors have considered a lot of projects that never came to be.
I know that he was officially offered American Beauty and did consider directing it, but turned it down. And then for Red Dragon was actually actively attached to it for a short amount of time in the 80s.
That was the Manhunter one,
that
right?
production eventually became Manhunter. He was attached at the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
I knew that. Why didn't you guys know that?
Well,
Come
Red
on.
Dragon, I was pretty sure of because I'd done research for it, and I think I like remembered his name being involved in some way, shape, or form. So yeah,
it was. Yeah. All right.
I forgot the cardinal rule, which is to follow my heart.
Yeah, follow your heart. Even in dire situations as these, always follow your heart. I don't care. Blow me up as long
I
as you follow
overthought
your
it, Shay.
heart.
I'm so sorry, Shay.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Jordan. Get the next one right, though. Wes Craven. Okay. He's a big name. Beetlejuice. Some sort of adaptation of Doctor Strange. I believe that's Harry Houdini. So a biopic of Harry Houdini. Was he going to direct Beetlejuice, Doctor Strange, or Harry Houdini? Let's start with Nick. Which one's the fake one?
I'm going to say Beetlejuice because that feels like Tim Burton just created that and then that was his movie. So the other two feels like they could have went to him at some point with those. So yeah, I will go Beetlejuice.
Nick saying Beetlejuice, saying the tempo. Kyle, what do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Beetlejuice.
Kyle agreeing with Beetlejuice. Jordan.
Yeah, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon on this one. Beetlejuice does seem just so Tim Burton. And I know that there were a few attempts to get Doctor Strange movies off the ground. There's like a 70s TV movie, and there's the Dr. Mordred movie that started as a Doctor Strange movie. So that, it makes sense that he might have been talked to about that at some point. So yeah, I'm going to say Beetlejuice.
Jordan agreeing with Kyle and Nick and saying Beetlejuice. Jeff, what do you think?
I mean, I would have loved to have seen like a mid-'80s Doctor Strange with like Kurt Russell as Doctor Strange. That would have been hilarious.
Got a good look.
Yeah, there's something about Harry Houdini that makes me think like Wes Craven was like one of those guys who was like really into Harry Houdini. So maybe he was like pitching that. So I'm gonna stick with Beetlejuice. I think, like I said, to save Shay, we gotta start lining up some points here. So I'm gonna go Beetlejuice.
All right, team, let's rally. Jeff says Beetlejuice. Dalton, what do you think?
Yeah, Beetlejuice makes sense. That kind
Dalton.
of feels like that was Burton's thing.
Dalton agreeing with Beetlejuice. And Brantley, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I could have seen him doing a Houdini biopic, like when he was in his more drama era, and Doctor Strange feels like that vaguely. I've heard his name attached to, so let's make this across the board Beetlejuice.
Consensus. God, I hope it's Beetlejuice. Let's see. All of our contestants are saying Beetlejuice was never considered by Wes Craven, but Doctor Strange and Harry Houdini were, and the answer is Harry Houdini.
No points.
Wow.
He never considered a Harry Houdini biopic. No points. Shucks. Damn. Well,
Now I'm curious
I
on the
can't blame
production
you.
history of
Can't blame you
Beetlejuice.
guys. I know that
I wonder if that was the
Disney-
studio wanted it,
Disney
maybe,
shopped it
and
around to a couple people before it landed Craven. I know that for sure. So, yeah, I guess Wes Craven was in that list. Fuck.
This is why we
wanna
shouldn't
make a
all
movie
pick the
about a
same
guy
movie.
who has like crazy hair and is like dead and shit.
Yeah.
Is what I imagine the studio asked these gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, we've got one more big name director. I wonder who it could be. Another big name director. George A. Romero, the very classic horror director. Let's see what projects they had lined up. Oof. Okay, I think we're gonna have some trouble here. Some sort of Bigfoot movie. A Bigfoot movie, they say. Goosebumps. I assume it is Welcome to the Dead House, since that's the one shown, and Creature from the Black Lagoon, like a remake, I suppose. Well, he considered two of them, but not the third. Which is the third, Jeff?
I'm going based on if this is the third and final one. We had the one in the middle was the one time, and the one on the right was the other side. I'm going with the one on the left, and I'm going Bigfoot.
All right, so you're
thinking.
You think my captors are lazy? Well, yeah, I hope they are. Jordan, what do you think?
None of these have zombies in them, so it's a little hard to tell. I read some Goosebump books. I don't remember Welcome to Dead House.
It's the first one.
I don't remember. I mean, I read them when I was, 8 or whatever. I don't remember any of them. I've smoked a lot of weed since I was 8. I'm gonna.
That's Welcome to Head House.
Maybe there's zombies in the dead house. I'm gonna go Goosebumps.
Okay, Jordan to say Goosebumps was ever considered by George A. Romero. Kyle, what do you think?
I have no idea, but let's go with the Black Lagoon.
Kyle saying the Creature from the Black Lagoon. Nick, what do you think?
I'm gonna say Goosebumps just because I'm not confident in any of the three.
Nick saying Goosebumps. Brantley, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like they've been trying to make a remake of The Creature from the Black Lagoon forever, and like they've probably had a bajillion directors who've considered it. So, and by the probably early 90s, when they're trying to make a Goosebumps movie, I don't know if Romero would be like a top horror guy you'd go to. And since we've got guesses all across the board, I'm going to say Goosebumps as well.
Brantley saying Goosebumps. Dalton, what do you think?
See, I was kind of thinking that if you were going to make a Goosebumps movie and you were coming up with just horror directors, that Romero might still be up there for something that's like low budget and in that realm, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the Bigfoot or Sasquatch. The left one.
The left one. Dalton is saying Bigfoot movie. All right, let's see what the true answer is. Ooh, Creature from the Black
really?
Never considered by George A. Romero. I do know something about that Goosebumps one. It was a script, an entire script that he had written. When he died, all of his projects were handed over to a historical agency, and they found several scripts in there. One of them was a complete feature film for the very first Goosebumps book. It was something that he was trying to get off the ground for many years in the 90s. So there you go.
Oh, so it wasn't offered to him. He was literally wrote a spec script and was trying to. Yeah. Okay, interesting.
And then I know one other one that was included in that haul that they got, and it was a script he wrote in the 90s called Monster Mash, which was the classic Universal monsters at a MASH unit, like MASH. So it was MASH with monsters. That was a script that he wrote and wanted to make. So there you go.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that has some connection to our horror draft too. So.
Well, wait, was a Creature from the Black Lagoon in Monster Mash? Because that makes this a very tricky question here.
You know,
we'll have to write your captors an angry letter.
Okay, that's the end of Multiverse Theater. Brantley's in the lead with 4 points. Everyone else has 3 points across the board. 4 and then all threes. So that's 19 points you guys have pulled for me. Not halfway there.
Sorry, dude.
I think we're running out of time.
We do worse in each game.
All right, this is basically Circle of Death. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that. There will be a category, and we'll go around naming a film for that category. When you can't name one, you're out of the round. Last person wins 3 points each round. Let's see what they cooked up. Okay, so it says supernatural, but super is crossed out. So I assume you have to name movies where there is no supernatural element. Let's start with Kyle. Name a movie that has no supernatural, a horror movie that has no supernatural element.
Well, shoot.
Off to a great start.
Yeah, I guess I'm out. But
All right, Kyle's out. Nick.
Cabin Fever.
Okay, Cabin Fever.
There's no supernatural, just a virus.
Brantley.
Scream.
Okay, Scream. Dalton.
The Wicker Man.
Wicker Man. Jeff.
Can I do Scream 2?
Yeah, Scream 2. Jordan.
I'm gonna be out on this so fucking fast. Right now I'm gonna say Scream 3. I had another movie in mind and I forgot it already.
Do you want to say Scream 3? Nick, back to you.
Scream 4.
Scream 4. Brantley.
Scream 5, aka Scream from 2022.
Okay, I was going to call you on that, so good job.
Yeah.
Dalton.
The Wicker Man again.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so both the Wicker Men are off the table now. Jeff.
Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, Jordan.
I mean, Hannibal. Does that? I'm just gonna keep naming sequels to movies other people say.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take Hannibal. All right, Nick.
Jaws.
Jaws. All right, we're on a Jaws train. Brantley.
That's a good one.
Red Dragon, if we're on that train.
Okay, Dalton.
Midsummer.
Okay, Jeff.
Boy, he's on a Wicker Man train.
The Zodiac.
Folklore.
Okay, Jordan.
I don't know, man. I'm out. Horror is not my genre. I'm sorry. I'm
All
sorry.
right, Jordan's out. Nick.
Jaws 2.
Jaws 2. Brantley.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh.
Okay, Dalton.
Dressed to Kill.
Okay, I'll count that. Jeff.
Copycat.
Copycat.
Oh,
Nick.
I will go with Jaws 3.
Okay, Jaws 3
There's
isn't
nothing
really a horror movie.
supernatural in that.
I mean, I feel like
It's like
eventually
stretching
it's
the
horror movies,
pushing
but
being
okay,
a horror movie.
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yeah, but
that's the last Jaws.
if you'll
You can't
count
do Revenge.
Zodiac, then
Zodiac has some horror elements. It's a killer.
yeah, it has horror
All
elements, not a horror movie.
right, that's
I mean,
I'd say
we
that's the
literally
last
used it
one.
in your horror draft.
We used
podcast.
Pee Wee Herman, and that's definitely was not horror.
You're right. I have nothing to say. You're right. All right, Brantley.
Yeah. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre too.
All right, Dalton.
Tenebra.
Okay, Jeff.
When a Stranger Calls.
All right, Nick.
I'm gonna go with what's it called Alligator.
Okay, Brantley.
I'm gonna say When a Stranger Calls, the remake from like 06.
All right. Well, I'm making a new rule here. No, we're not saying remakes or anything like that, and only one per franchise. Okay.
All right.
Shay, are you trying to get yourself killed?
Hey, someone's getting points out of this one either way. I'm just trying to get through it. Dalton.
The Bird with the Crystal Plumage.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'll take you. I'll take you on
Giallo,
the credit
yeah.
there.
I've got lots of Giallos in,
Okay, very
the
good.
barrel, so.
Yep. Jeff.
Black Christmas? I don't think there's a
Yeah, it's more
supernatural
mental
element to
illness. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nick.
Silent Night.
Okay.
that. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Brantley.
Well, there's two remakes to Black Christmas. I would jokingly want to say, but I'm not going to. I'll say Leatherface, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 3.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Dalton.
Oh. Barbarian.
Damn it! I was gonna use that one because that's not
I don't
supernatural.
know.
Yeah,
I guess
that's
no.
like
Yeah, it's not technically.
I mean, it's
Supernatural.
not
But
reality, but it's not.
It's a
I would-
mutated, yeah.
I mean, I guess it could be reality, but it's really fucked up reality.
All right, Jeff.
Piranha.
You bitch, Jeff.
Nick. All right, to you, Nick.
Would the first alien be? That's not supernatural. It's just an alien. It's not like it's Star Wars. They're just truck drivers in space.
We know it to be bioengineered eventually, so yeah. All right.
Yeah, but in the first alien, he's
No,
not.
yeah,
He
I'm
just
saying,
comes
yeah,
out of
bioengineered would be
yeah.
a
Okay.
natural. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take
Cool.
alien.
Then I'll go
Brantley.
alien.
Brantley.
Hey, if aliens are on the board, I'm going to say The Faculty.
That's really pushing the line. I feel
that's not supernatural. It's aliens.
Yeah.
They're going into bodies though and controlling them.
But that's what an alien host does. It's like a parasite. That's
I want to
completely.
stay alive, so I'm gonna
There's
say
no magic. There's no nothing. No ghosts or demons.
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
not like a possession movie. It's different. It's
All
good.
right, Dalton.
Psycho.
Perfect. Jeff.
Yeah, good one.
Hitchcock.
I mean, I'm
God
dressed as
damn
Indiana
it.
Jones, so why did it have to be snakes? Anaconda.
Okay.
Oh,
Nick.
Lake Placid.
Okay. Brantley.
Oh, okay. If we're going creature features, Cujo.
Okay. Dalton.
Deep Blue Sea.
Okay. Jeff.
I mean, you can kick me out on this one, but I'm just this will be my last one, or we'll go forever. So I'm just going to say The Burbs.
Okay. Yeah. It's human horror. Yeah.
Yep.
Nick.
I'm gonna go with what is the name of the one? Damn, no, I can't do it because Sinners would be super because they're vampires.
Yeah, vampires,
so that'd be
definitely. Yeah,
supernatural. Yeah, so
Right.
I'll punt on this
All
one.
right. Nick's
Sorry,
out.
bud.
Brantley.
Hey, Deep Blue Sea got said, so I'll say Deep Rising.
Okay. Yeah. Dalton.
Honestly, my brain's tired. I'm out.
All right. Jeff, you got one?
I mean, I know it's just down to me and Brantley, but I'll let him have this. Not that I have any more, but I'm going to tap out.
All right. Brantley gets 3
All right.
points.
Sweet. I mean, no one said Halloween. The first couple Halloweens are not
'Cause
I was
supernatural.
kind of unsure if that
He's a
counts.
little
Yeah, he gets
supernatural
up
because he
on
can.
supernatural.
Yeah, he gets
Does that
up
like
so much.
retroactively affect the earlier movies? You know,
I don't
once you
think so, right? It's only the
Yeah,
later
I-
ones. When he,
I would have taken
Yeah, the
Halloween
first movie,
1 and
it's
2.
definitely
I think
not.
past
Yeah.
that, yeah, he's
I think
definitely
if you
coming back
look
from
at
the
it
dead in a
as though,
supernatural way.
if you look at it as like how John Carpenter saw it in the script, though, as like the shape and not Michael Myers, that brings it more into like a supernatural than.
Yeah, that's why I was
Like
like, I don't think Halloween's
slasher.
gonna count, but
all right. I don't know. I had like 100 more. I could have gone on all night. So, all right.
He's keeping me alive. We should have just done it. But no, everyone wanted to tap out when my life is on the line.
But we were getting tired, Shay, and you know.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
but I'm pulling
Shay,
Jaws
the
3.
game was
I'm-
going on too long to be good content.
You're right. Content over life. I'll take that every day. All right, this is our last game of the night. This is the pitch. I'm being told that there will be a list of 10 brand new movie titles, and you will each choose one to craft into a movie plot. Your pitches will be judged by my captor, and each of you will receive up to 5 points for your pitch. So there's going to be a list of titles, and you have to choose one. But once someone has taken it, it's off the board. You'll be left with what's left. So whoever wants to go first from these titles.
I'll go first.
Nick's going to go first. Which title are you going to choose, Nick? Make it good.
The Gabagool.
Okay. Nick is taking
Chucked out,
Gabagool,
too.
spelled Gabaghou. So, wow, my captors, Nick. Try to get those full 5 points.
All right. So, in Jersey, New Jersey, Brunswick, New Jersey, there are 4 Italian men in tracksuits hanging out outside their favorite deli. And one of them says, "Hey, go make me a sandwich and put some gabagool on it." And the friend goes in there and then never comes out. And then the 3 friends go in there to look for him, and he's found dead, and they can't find what happened to him. And then it turns out they're getting killed by the lunch meat, specifically the gabagool, who then stalks the last 3 until all 3 are killed.
Okay. Nick's
That's my
Gabagool. Give me a
movie.
cast. Who are some of these?
Well, I was just like The Sopranos, but now James Gandolfini's dead, and the other ones are too old. But we'll go with it would be like an unknown cast. This is like a B horror movie. Have fun, getting either stoned or drunk watching this with your friends. Straight to streaming. This is not a theatrical movie. This is straight to streaming.
Okay.
So there'll be cameos by actors from The Sopranos, but they are not the 4 friends who get killed.
So when it came to making a pitch to save my life, you chose a direct-to-streaming movie featuring a completely unknown cast.
Nobody in it.
Nobody in it. But I think the title might bring him in. So let's.
And they might. I'm telling you right now, with cameos from all these actors from The Sopranos, but not as the four friends, I guarantee you on Netflix it would still have a poll.
Cheap enough to turn a profit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'm trying to be fiscally responsible for your life, Shay.
For sure. Yeah. Right. Thank you, Nick. Let's see what my captor has to say. Give it 3 points. Nick gets 3 points for his pitch. All right.
I want to go next.
Who is that, Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jordan. Which one are you going to choose?
I'm going to choose Thursday the 12th.
Okay.
So on Wednesday the 11th, our main character goes to a fortune teller. They don't normally do that kind of thing, but it was raining and they ducked in there to get out of the rain, and it was a fortune teller shop.
As you do with a fortune teller.
Yeah, that was the store that they were in front of, and the storm came on suddenly, and they go in there, and the fortune teller tells them that on Friday they're going to die. The Thursday starts and they're fucking like, I don't really believe in that kind of shit. But it's kind of like, I'm kind of like fucked up about that a little bit, right? Anybody would be a little bit. And, they're like thinking about it all day and otherwise having like a normal day. And, but then they get to the end of the day and they go to sleep and they wake up and it's Thursday the 12th again. And now they're stuck in like a Groundhog Day loop, knowing that if they get out of the Groundhog Day loop, the next day is the day they're prophesied to die on.
It's good. I like that.
I don't have an idea about how it resolves.
I think they die.
Yeah, it seems like probably they die at the end. I mean, it seems like that might be the theme tonight.
Yeah, you set up a MacGuffin like that, someone's got to die, right?
Now all of a sudden Gabagoo's not sounding so terrible.
So I guess, through the course of repeating the day over and over again, somehow they become okay with accepting the inevitability of their fate. Then once they do that, the next day happens and they die. Roll credits.
Okay, you got a cast?
I feel like this is a movie that stars like I don't know why this popped in my head because I don't even necessarily. I'm going to say Kristen Wiig is the star of this movie.
Okay.
I feel like it's one of those movies where it's like a comedy actor playing drama, and she's an actor that does that. Because it's like it's kind of on the line. There's like a comedic irony to the situation.
Okay. Jordan's Thursday at 12 starring Kristen Wiig. Let's see if the captor liked it. 4 points. Jordan's taking home.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm going to say personally, Shay, I think that's the best pitch I've ever had on this show so far.
I probably agree.
I'm trying to come through for you here, buddy. I'm really trying.
It's no Gore Verbinski's Plastic Band or whatever that one was. But
I got one for you, Shay.
Okay, Jeff's up next. Which title are you to choose?
So I'm doing A Pleasant Breakfast.
Perfect. Okay. A horror movie called A Pleasant Breakfast. Jeff, let's hear it.
So we've got like a pretentious Instagram influencer that like travels around to different bed and breakfasts around the U.S. And this time we find her in like a small hamlet in like Connecticut or something like that. And she's checked herself in. She's greeted with warmth and charm, and the people who run it are really super nice and like having the best meals she's ever had. But as the other guests that she's staying with begin to disappear one by one under mysterious circumstances, she realizes that there's something maybe not right with the meal that she's being served. I'm going Anya Taylor-Joy is the lead. And then I'm going to bring back Francis Conroy and Richard Jenkins from 6 Feet Under to be the husband and wife that run the inn. And then, you just need someone weird and creepy. So Mia Goth as your maid around the hotel. And then we'll get Wyatt Russell as kind of like your handsome sheriff that doesn't quite believe what he's being told, even though there's always been something weird about that Jenkins house. So yeah, Pleasant Breakfast. Checkouts at noon.
That was solid.
Yeah, very solid pitch. Anya Taylor-Joy, good at the food-based horror movies. So
Yeah,
I
the
like
menu.
That. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I could see her doing lots of like really pretentious photos of her food and stuff like that, and just
and they're getting sick of that. Yeah. Captors, please give this man a good score. 4 points, Jeff. Good job.
All right.
Shay, I got one for you.
All right, Kyle. Let's hear it. I'm excited. Save my life. Save my life.
Imagine a world where everyone is in a good mood until a man so depressed, hates his life so much, and is so ugly that he can turn the emotions from everyone in a crowd to being also depressed. He's the bummer bomber. This summer, there's a man walking into the mall, bumming everyone out. All the high you get from shopping and retail therapy disappears like this man's endorphins. He just kind of goes around and bums everyone out until he figured out that he's the problem. So he goes to get therapy, but that just makes it worse. The therapist gets really bummed out. And he decides that maybe he needs to go to church. And so he goes to church and he just becomes this like religious kind of weirdo. And it's just better for him and everybody else.
All right. Who's the star?
Nicolas Cage is the star.
All right. I beat so many bummer bombers all day long in my normal daily life. So, Captors, what do you have to say? Another 4-point pitch, Kyle. Good job.
All right, cool.
I'll go next. If
all right, Brantley. Which title are you going to take? Or you don't have to reveal it just like Kyle didn't.
Oh, I'll let you know. I mean, I'm assuming I can't do ones other people have done, so I'm going to say shred. They're off the board. Okay, so I'm going to say shredding day.
Oh, I love that one because it could be wedding based, it could be chainsaw based, it could be skateboard based, it could be iceberg lettuce based.
That's true. It could be corporate shredding of documents. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, this could be a financial tale.
That's true. Well, this story takes place in a quaint Vermont ski resort where an Olympic hopeful is ready to start the new season. It's opening day for the mountain, actually. Awesome. Yeah. Did you like where I went with that? Mm-hmm. So our Olympic hopeful is ready to start the season training to hopefully make the Olympic team. And she's heard a couple rumors about what happened at the end of last season at the mountain, but doesn't really know much about it until people she starts to meet there suddenly mysteriously disappear. And then we find out later are of course killed by some sort of maniac who is I don't want to give it away, but like shredding them with like a snowboard, basically like decapitating them with like the edge of a snowboard. And it's a classic slasher tale. Will she be able to survive and keep those Olympic dreams alive, or will the killer end up getting her? There's an old maintenance man who is telling her you got to get out of here, you don't know what's going on. That's Bruce Campbell. Richard Jenkins is in my movie as the owner of the mountain who just doesn't want to believe any of this is really happening and wants to sweep it under the rug.
Popular guy tonight.
So, yeah. And so anyway, that's my pitch for shredding day.
Okay, yeah, I love it. Let's see if our captors
I should say Samara Weaving, who is an Australian and probably I don't know if she's ever skied or in her life, is my star as the star of this, the Olympic hopeful.
Okay, so since she probably doesn't have a lot of experience, this could be like a real life horror for her.
Yes,
during the film.
I mean, the
like
terror will be on the face.
Yeah, you'll see it. It'll come through. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. All right, captors, what do you take a shredding day? You're giving it 4 points. Good job. All right, Dalton.
So, Shay, just out of curiosity, is somebody there in the room with you? Or are they passing you a note through a slot?
I've got the Neuralink.
I'm curious about the logistics.
I got the This might be Musk for all I know. I don't know, but they're feeding some shit to me. No, I've got a screen right here on the other side that you guys can't see that's telling me exactly what to say and when to say it. If I even go off one word, then they're going to blow my ass up. But all my jokes tonight also from them. So there you go.
Okay.
All right, Dalton, you're on the board.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Trent. So we're gonna start in a pretty big city, maybe Chicago, something like that. We're gonna be in the slums, kind of like a rundown apartment building. It's not doing very well, and this mysterious stranger buys the apartment building, right? And one day, all the tenants there get a notice on their door that says, "You can pay rent, or you can choose to pay Trent." If you'd like to pay Trent, you can come up to the first floor or the top floor and visit me in the office. So some of the more curious people in the building go up to visit Trent. They meet him in his office, who they assume is Trent. I mean, that's what they piece together. And they meet a cloaked stranger. You can't really make out his face. Everything's real dark up there. But he explains to them that, you don't have to pay rent to stay in this building. Instead, you can pay Trent, who is an ancient Sumerian god that takes payment in the form of sacrifice. So if you bring me children from the building and the neighborhood, not only will your slummy apartments turn into like awesome condos, you'll get pretty much anything you ever wanted. So then it becomes a battle between some of these more evil people in the building who want to kidnap and give children to Trent, and some of the kids who have figured out what's going on in their building and in their neighborhood, who are trying to fight back against these people and stop what's going on. I would cast Tom Waits' voice as Trent.
Hell yeah.
And that's all you need, really.
Okay. That is Dalton's Trent. A great pitch. Let's see if my captor likes it. We got a 5-point pitch. Congratulations, Dalton. 5 points.
I think that's my first one.
Yeah, there you go. All it took was Trent.
Dalton, I fear you may have just inspired the captor's next plot.
Oh.
Well, the results are in. We have a winner for the Burbs on VHS, Brantley, with a score of 11 points. Congratulations,
All
Brantley, first time winner.
right.
Maybe the last winner of all time. Filmwar. Because unfortunately, you guys had 46 points, clearly less than 75. I'd say this is the end for me, for Filmwar, for the show. Bummer. Brantley. Damn. Sweet Brantley. You burned so bright on the show, but for just a fleeting moment. You'll always be my favorite contestant, but for old time's sake, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram, I guess. I think it's just Brantley.Palmer. That's primarily where you'll find me. You'll listen to my research if you listen to With Gorley and Russ podcast. Yeah, that's about it. I have a documentary I made that's out there. It's called Everything to Entertain You, the story of video headquarters. You can find that on like Tubi or Plex if you want to watch it for free. So check that out.
All right, very cool. Nick, dear Nick, we really had something, didn't we? We'll always have the Monster Mash. Not that it matters with all this despair, but what are your socials?
You can find Nick Flicks Podcast on Twitter, Blue Sky, Instagram, and then the podcast itself on mainly Spotify and Apple. But yeah, come check it out. Shay and Brantley and Jeff are guests a couple times I've had on, so it's usually a lot of fun.
This is my last guest appearance ever.
Yeah, well, that's true. It was good.
Jeff, oh my gosh. Jeff from Deep Cuts the Game. What can be said? I'll never forget recording our lost episode with you, Jordan, and the great Jack Nicholson. Where can people find your game?
Much like Nick, you can find us everywhere, on Spotify and Apple and all the other streaming places where Deep Cuts the Game. You can find us on Instagram and Blue Sky usually. Listen to our most recent episode where we had Canadian comedic character actor Don Lake join us.
Very cool.
You would know him from all the Christopher Guest films, and he was in Hot Shots, and he's in the new Zootopia movie, and Spinal Tap 2. So he's all over the place. Really great guy. We just dropped that episode. And next week, if everything goes right, we're rolling with Chris Nash, who directed the very dark and disturbing horror film A Violent Nature. If you like seeing people get their bodies ripped in half for no reason at all, check out his movie, and hopefully check out our podcast in a couple weeks when he's on.
Great.
That's it.
Very cool.
Dalton, the Daltonator, I'll miss you the most. You make such beautiful music. Share it with the world. When you do share it, where will it be heard?
I am not currently on any social stuff right now, so you don't have to worry about that. I do have some stuff coming in a film soon that will be out. I don't know what I can say about that. Shay, you'd be able to tell me more if I can say.
I'd say all bets are off at this point.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, I will have some music coming out in a film that I did the score for, so you'll be able to listen to that soon. Otherwise, go to Bleacher Bum Cards on eBay. I have, some movie memorabilia and old photos from The Godfather we just got in. So I even got a photo of Diane Keaton. So, come there, shop.
R.I.P. I'll see her soon.
Yeah.
Jordan, the bad boy, sees a leader as of right now. So, hey, going to be hard to beat, right? Because I'm about to be vaporized. What do you got in the works when I'm gone?
Well, I will give the detail that Dalton was lacking. The short film is called A Man of Character, and Shay, I will be there to make sure it
Shepherd it. Yeah.
They may not be able to be there, but I will be there in his stead.
Yeah, because you guys failed tonight.
Yeah, and I do apologize profusely.
Kyle, silly magical Kyle, you were here at the beginning, but now here you are closing in at the end. Good night, sweet prince.
Good night. You can see me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and live in Improv at Westside Improv and Zoo Improv in Champaign-Urbana.
All right, and now we await the end. Any second now.